you to put your caps on your highlighters. Miss Bench is going to read this out loud to you. I know you just read it silently to yourself, but we're going to listen to it one more time. Because sometimes that's a good strategy to use. Repeated reading helps us understand what we're reading. And that's what a summary is all about. Understanding what we're reading and then writing it down, what we read. Juan ran into town shouting the good news. Instead of being happy for him, though, people laughed at him. Better you should straighten up my shop. Where you plant, not even the weeds will grow, shouted the carpenter. Don't waste your time, Juan. Come and work on this wheel. Call the blacksmith. Help me with these sacks of flour and stop dreaming, added the baker. Juan decided that nothing anyone said would stop him. It's time to get to work, he told himself. He began to prepare his land and didn't offer much promise of a big harvest. Still, Juan kept working, watched over by his good friends, the Zantes. So, now, I want you to pick up your pencil. We're going to practice writing a summary together. Ben, can you tell me what you think a summary is? What's a summary?
A shortened version of a paragraph or so.
That is perfect, Ben. You are a smart boy. It's a shortened, paragraph rather than the whole page. We're just going to write, 1 or 2 sentences. Sometimes they call it the gist, where you just use, 12 words max, and it's like a challenge. You have to, write what that page was about in 12 words or less. Okay?
That would be hard.
It would be really hard, but that's why they call it a challenge. So, let's try it. Can we do it?
Yeah.
If there's any details that you see, too, on that page that you don't think are important, go ahead and cross them out. I'll give you just about 30 seconds to cross out anything that you don't think is important. Just use your pencil and cross out anything on that page that's not really that important. Cross out anything here, Nay, on this page that you don't think is that important, that we won't need to add in our summary. Which Ben told us was a shortened version of what we're reading.
So basically cross out all the words that aren't highlighted.
That you didn't highlight. Right. If you highlighted those words and thought they were important, then you may have not thought that the other words were very important.
The squiggles, the lines.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Austin, can you tell me what this page was about? What are some things that you highlighted?
I highlighted when he ran to town and shouted the good news and when people laughed at him.
Good. So Devin, what is that telling you about Juan? He ran into town and he shouted the good news. What is that telling you about?
He wants people to know that he's a good farmer.
Right, that he's a good farmer and he wants to tell everyone about it. Thank you, Audrey, for raising your hand. What do you think? What did you highlight?
I highlighted that they. I said that they had. I highlighted stop dreaming because they didn't want to live anymore.
Because what were the people in town doing to Juan?
Making
Laughing at him. Do you think it hurt Juan's feelings, Luke?
Yeah.
Because why?
Because he went to town and he was all excited. He got land and then everyone was they were laughing at him because in the place not even the weeds would grow.
Right, not even the weeds would grow. But then what, Molly? What did you highlight?
Actually, this has something a lot with.
We're only talking about the story right now. you about Juan? That even though people laughed at him, he kept going.
That he never gives up and
Good job. So, does anyone have anything else they want to add that they highlighted that they thought was important? Liam, what do you think was important?
Can I say something other than this about the time?
Is it about summary writing? So we're just gonna work on writing our sentences for our summary. So we're gonna work on that together. So what is one sentence we could write, Luke?
Well, I met another word that I highlighted.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Like, no one could stop him, because even when they were being beat, when he kept going.
Yeah. He was resilient, right? It's kind of a big word. What do you think resilient means?
Like,
Actually,
he never gives up.
He never gives up. He just keeps pushing through, even though people make fun of him. So how could we say that in a sentence? Ben, how could we say that in a sentence? That Juan kept going even though.
I put,
Yeah, for your first one.
what's that mean?
Juan ran into town shouting good news, but people laughed at him.
Good. So, Faith, how could we say that? Like, we know that Juan ran into town shouting the good news. We know that even though people made fun of him, he didn't listen to them. He kept going. So, how could we say that in a sentence? What sentence could we write down? Time to still think. Josie, what do you think?
Uh-oh, it's already past our recess time. Really, it is.
Oh, good, you did.
Timekeeper.
Right. Okay, so I'm so sorry. We will finish our summary.